you cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. You can fool all the people some of the time and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. Folks are usually about as happy as they make their minds up to be. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? My best friend is a person who will give me a book that I haven't read. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to what light I have. I have been driven many times upon my knees by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. My own wisdom and that of all about me seemed insufficient for that day. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. No man is poor who has a godly mother. I laugh because I must not cry, that is all, that is all. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 to sharpening the axe. Elections belong to the people. It's their decision. If they decide to turn their back on the fire and burn their behinds, then they will just have to sit on their blisters. I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. My father taught me to work, but not to love it. I never did like to work, and I don't deny it. I'd rather read, tell stories, crack jokes, talk, laugh, anything but work. If you once forfeit the confidence of your fellow citizens, you can never regain their respect and esteem. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. I don't think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. The Lord prefers common-looking people. That's why He made so many of them. You cannot help people permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. I want it said of me by those who knew me best that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower where I thought a flower would grow. A woman is the only thing I am afraid of that I know will not hurt me. A friend is one who has the same enemies as you have. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. If there is anything that a man can do well, I say let him do it. Give him a chance. To ease another's heartache is to forget one's own. Achievement has no color. Be with a leader when he is right, stay with him when he is still right, but leave him when he is wrong. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. I have come to the conclusion never again to think of marrying, and for this reason, I can never be satisfied with anyone who would be blockhead enough to have me. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. Love is the chain whereby to lock a child to its parents. Don't criticize them, they are just what we would be under similar circumstances. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves, and under a just God cannot retain it. You cannot build character and courage by taking away people's initiative and independence. Let no feeling of discouragement prey upon you, and in the end, you are sure to succeed. Determine that the thing can and shall be done, and then find the way. Those who write clearly have readers, and those who write obscurely have commentators. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, we must think anew and act anew. We must disenthrall ourselves, and then we shall save our country. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith, let us to the end dare to do our duty as we understand it. If friendship is your weakest point, then you are the strongest person in the world. You can't make a weak man strong by making a strong man weak. Writing, the art of communicating thoughts to the mind through the eye, is the great invention of the world, enabling us to converse with the dead, the absent, and the unborn at all distances of time and space. You cannot have the right to do what is wrong. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation is the philosophy of government in the next. Don't worry when you are not recognized, but strive to be worthy of recognition. No man is good enough to govern another man without that other's consent. Upon the subject of education, not presuming to dictate any plan or system respecting it, I can only say that I view it as most important subject which we as a people can be engaged in. I am nothing, but truth is everything. Neither let us be slandered from our duty by false accusations against us, nor frightened from it by menaces of destruction, nor of dungeons to ourselves.